that they follow a bit of a protocol?
So usually we always tell them to put the country code because not everyone can guess what the Indian country code is or what the Dubai country code is or what a Hong Kong country code is. So our strongest recommendation, even when you're filling the form, is to sorry, is always that you put the country code before your number because it's an international forum. So we don't necessarily we cannot always guess what's the country code for different regions. So that's the way, that's our constant communication. Even on the form when you're filling, it's clearly highlighted there that try to put the country code before the stick. So yeah, I know, point noted. That's always an issue. Great. Hi, Harihar. Welcome back.
Great
Suchintu,
morning. Great to you all. Sorry for being late.
no worries. And Suchintu, welcome in as well. So great to see
Thank
you
you.
as well.
After
Good
a very,
morning,
very long
everybody.
time.
Yes. After a long time, I'm coming here. I'm planning to come every day. Let's see. I'm sitting in my office here, so that easier for me to join.
Fantastic. Let's go deep dive with our next business. So, Sumit, are you feeling clear now? Like you've got what you needed, and you will
Yes,
connect
ma'am.
with Anupama and me, and we will.
Yes, ma'am. I do that, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, brilliant. Let's have Klaus next. So, Klaus, you can introduce your business. Tell us if there's any particular challenge that you're facing, and we can deep dive into that.
Good morning, everybody. My company name is Gromi International, and we are operating internationally out of Dubai. So within the GCC, at times into Africa, at times into Europe, very rarely with the US. And I have no further business interest in the US for a number of reasons. India was part of my business domain long time ago. I currently do not see India as part of what I would call my target market. And we do management consultancy. Now, what I notice is if we speak about challenges, there's so many people who talk about, oh, we do that, we are experts, we are consultants, etc. And let me give you a certain perspective. When I hear somebody saying I'm social media marketing expert, then I feel afraid this person doesn't understand marketing. Social media is a set of channels. And if somebody knows how to do search engine optimization and does A/B testing on Facebook or uses Instagram or is on TikTok, then you know channel dynamics. You do not necessarily understand marketing for, let's say, certain types of business. For some businesses, social media shopping is a key function. And we know there's a couple of Chinese companies that sell, let's say, crap for low prices, but promote them very effectively. And that's how we are polluting coastlines and the sea with rubbish, never worn fashion. That's something that I can work on, but I would never work with a company who wants to use those social media platforms to sell low value items. We are working with companies that actually understand two things. As a business, it is a key priority to be and remain profitable. But you also have to take care of your customers. And if you're polluting your customer's environment, if you're selling toxic products, like for example, cigarettes, or if the product that you're selling indirectly or directly pollutes the environment within which my customers live, then you're destroying the market upon which you depend. And there's a large number of organizations who don't really see that necessarily. So they are not my target market. And I do something that can be seen as this goes onto YouTube. I do not use Facebook and I do not use Instagram. And why is that? Look at the founding story. Look at the person who drives those organizations. For a number of ethical reasons, I find it unacceptable to use those platforms. I do not deny that for some, their client base is using those platforms. So it seems to be a straightforward, yeah, but I have to use where my customers are. And I believe if we do
So
not
Klaus, you're
follow,
coming to your challenge. Is this the challenge that you're talking
I
about?
just described that.
Or
There's way
everybody
too
else
many
is
people who don't understand that thinking that I was just describing. There are people who think that what they do because that's where the customers are, is where I should, for example, offer my services. And I'm seriously interested in getting connections into companies that do not fall for channel equals marketing. I'm looking for organizations, I'm looking for introductions where the business as such, target market, market segmentation, value proposition, business processes to deliver value to customers. You know, all that thing that once upon a time was called business process reengineering. And yes, technology is part of what we do. But I would never say, oh, I'm a technology expert. You got to do AI, because the use case that gives reason for a business case doesn't lie in the technology. So that's the type of work that we do, but I'm not selling chatbots. For some, a chatbot might be helpful, but for many others, the value that new AI-related technology could be lies in the perspective how the overall business model and operations model can change. And that is a level of thinking, that's a level of working that I find many people do not easily follow, let's say. So that's my
So
challenge.
let's open to the room. Yeah, Anupama, go ahead. And if anyone else want to add inputs or value to Klaus's challenge, if you will, let's throw that in. Yeah, Anupama, go ahead.
Yeah, I do agree to what Klaus is saying. A lot of people say they are experts in some form of marketing. We as business owners also think that we know everything about marketing, but it's not so. Marketing is more of a strategic requirement of a business rather than a transactional. Uh, um, Klaus said that people say, okay, I'm a social media marketer, I'm expert in social media marketing. They are more talking about the channels rather than the marketing strategy that goes into it. Not every business requires all the channels that are available for marketing. Maybe a business like mine just requires LinkedIn. We don't need to waste our time on Facebook, TikTok, and all those things. Maybe Klaus is looking at just one or two channels for his marketing. He doesn't have to look at all the channels that are available. But the generic or general impression of people and businesses is that okay, so Alifia's website is working fantastic for her, so I also want a website. Alifia's Instagram is working fantastic for her, so I also want to have Instagram. That's not the way marketing is done. Marketing has to be done industry specific, marketing has to be done business specific, and marketing has to be done client specific. So Klaus, I actually understand where you come from. Yeah. What you require is not an expert in channel dynamics, but you require a person to support you with strategic approach to marketing. And that's when I think your challenge of finding the right clients for your business is going to be resolved. Other than that, I don't want to add anything more. Over to you, Alifia.
Klaus, what do you think?
Um, I believe I hear Anupama support some of the implied statements that I made. And I think to be very specific, my challenge is there's so many subject matter detail level experts that promote themselves as if they were something at a higher conceptual level of consulting, that it is difficult to sell what I'm doing. but it's also when somebody wants to refer me to something, to a potential lead. Quite frankly speaking, it happens every now and then that I see, no, there is a person who has a need for something, but the need what that particular lead has, I'm not the best to serve. You see, I have worked with multi-billion-dollar companies, and there you do strategy work way above and beyond in the specific sub-segment technical expertise. And to communicate that in a way without sounding arrogant is not easy. It also is at times that somebody who doesn't quite understand what capacity comes with the management consultancy that we do, tries to connect in ways that ultimately will not be mutually beneficial. So the way to communicate is really difficult. When I say we do management consulting from A to Z, then I'm describing myself below value, but it's easier to understand. The more I say what we do and how we differentiate, the harder it is to understand.
So are you then asking right now for relevant marketing companies that can better understand the strategic angle to help you generate more opportunities online and strategically do it, not just domain and model specific, but that's what you're looking for. So should we now get into our phone books and find you recommended companies, or which the main aspect? We understand your point. You're right. You're coming from a context. So, but what's our how can we help you?
I was actually not asking for any marketing person to help me.
Okay.
It's kind of, I used marketing as an example to describe the scenario within which I operate. There are people who say we do social media marketing, while within the management consulting that we provide, marketing is a domain that will be covered as well if required by the customer. And on point individual situations, we pull in as subcontractors somebody who may do social media marketing.
Yeah, of
I do
course.
not say that there's no value in that for some, but what I'm looking for is introduction to businesses that do not fall for, oh, no, everybody says AI, we have to do digital transformation.
Correct.
With all respect, digital transformation, unless it is part of an overall business assessment, together with
Right.
scenario planning for where does the business head in the next 5 years, what has to be done beyond replacing call center agents with a bot.
Correct.
That may be a step, but only once it is understood how that helps the business move forward. So I'm looking
No.
for leads for, let's say, organizations with slightly bigger pockets who are not for the shortcut. Oh, now we have installed this product and are happy. In most
Yeah.
cases, that will not happen.
Because that's
So
not the full picture. It's one element
yes,
of getting the
yes,
full resolution.
yes.
Okay,
That's the
let's have
most
Thank you.
another.
difficult. That's the most difficult pitch, clause, for people to understand.
Thank you for
And
confirming.
Only he can do
amount
that.
the amount of education that we have to, time we have to spend on educating the client is humongous when they don't understand the basic premise of marketing.
Okay, Hari,
Can
go
I
ahead.
speak? Yeah, my only
Yes.
take on this was I have actually listened to each one of you, and my inputs or whatever I would like to say is actually he is clear about his ICP, that is ideal customer profile, that he actually attracts or seeks or wants to do business with, while as the perception, the people who are connecting with him are not getting to know his proposition of his ideal customer profile, due to which he ends up getting wrong referrals or wrong, he gets connected to those kind of people where he is not much interested in. So my take to him would be that if you have an hour of time and if you can spare with me, we could bring in clarity on this, how your proposition could uh, be understood by your target audience and how they would like to connect with you and add value together. That's my proposition to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Super. So you guys can connect and Klaus, are you feeling complete? Can we move to the next
Please move on.
Absolutely. Thank you, super. But guys, on that note, if you have any companies that are seeking some good, clever, smart, intelligent, holistic management consultant who can move their business to another milestone, one notch forward, then that's close for you. So if you have any companies like that in our reference that need that kind of support and help, then let's recommend Klaus and his business to them. He's based in Dubai and he does a lot of work in Europe as well. So he's traveling in and out all the time. Great. So let's have our next attendee, Jigyasa. Why don't you go ahead? Introduce your business, your company, and if there's any particular challenge or something that you want to brainstorm with all the other entrepreneurs and business owners that we have attending this morning.
All right. Thanks, Alifia. So this is my first meeting in the group. I happened to attend, the Gen physical meeting in Dubai last week, and that's how I got into the network. Thanks for having me here. I'll briefly introduce myself. So, like Klaus just mentioned, I run a branding agency. So, unlike the generic management consulting part, we are an absolute branding agency. Like he just detailed, we do not say that we have social media marketing or any sort of marketing, but we do touch upon that basis what the brand needs, right? So our service category is we serve our clients right from brand strategy to brand designing. We also work a lot on brand naming projects across the world, and then we work as their integrated brand marketing team. Now, when I say integrated brand marketing team, our services are very well defined basis the category of business. If it is an IT company, we serve them that way. If it is an e-commerce or a D2C brand, so the requirement from business to business, brand to brand varies. And we also offer services which are more like fractional or interim CMO, where the companies which are absolutely into growth or maturity stage, they have in-house marketing teams but they lack the branding aspect of it, so we help them on the brand programs or as the fractional CMO. So that's about my business, and we are based out of India. We have clients in US, and briefly in we have touched upon Dubai also. That's how I was there, and so we serve clients across the world, and our forte remains branding. So that's how our world revolves around. Currently, I do not have a challenge, but the very reason I'm here is I am keen to explore, Dubai as a market for our kind of services because it is growing and expanding. And yes, so I am looking for any engagements where branding is the aspect, not the generic digital marketing or SEOs or social media marketing kind of thing, but the brand expertise. And I would be really glad if you guys can remember me or give me a message if anybody is looking for branding kind of things. Yeah, that's about me.
So how old is the company, Jigyasa?
We are 16 years into business. We started in 2009. So I only launched it. It is a bootstrap business. I started alone, and now we have a team of 10 plus one here. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And you have local people here in Dubai as well?
No, this was the first time I was there, so I do not have local people there. I have a back end team in Delhi and Jaipur in India. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, go ahead, Anupama.
Uh, Thank you for joining us, Jigyasa, this morning.
Yeah.
When you say remember you, to
Yeah.
remember you, you have to be a regular.
Yeah.
Be here every Saturday with your pitch. Uh,
Right.
basically, of course, we have introduced ourselves during the in-person meeting, and you know that we do almost the same thing as you do,
Yeah.
right? But when we are looking at sitting here in Dubai, when we are looking at a business in India, yeah,
Yeah.
we are not concerned about the quality of work, the SOPs. No, no, we're not concerned about anything of those, but except for two main criteria that make us do business with an Indian counterpart. One is the sensitivity of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's one of the biggest challenge we face here in Dubai when we tie up with an Indian counterpart.
Hmm.
The problem is the Indian counterpart doesn't understand the essence of time, so the commitments are kind of haywire. And
Okay.
second thing is the cost effectiveness.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I'm tying up with somebody in India, I'm expecting that the uh, I'm doing it so for the economics
Yeah.
part of it, yeah, the commercial part of it. So
Yeah.
then it becomes it has to become a win-win situation. So in that scenario, please uh, put some focus, please put some time on thinking about how your pricing is going to be, so that makes
Okay.
a viable solution for both the parties at both the ends. Yeah, that's my input for you. Over to you,
Yeah.
Alifia.
I think I would also add one thing is that well said, Anupama. So pretty summarized correctly. That definitely timing is something that Indian companies tend to always take for granted. But not necessarily only price, but also I feel that the quality of the output for the same value, even if I'm paying the same money or the same amount or whatever, I think the quality of the in-depth intelligence that comes out from the Indian, people. I mean, the Indian perform agency versus a Middle Eastern agency is much more quality. So we
Okay.
can get a lot more intelligent stuff done for
Yeah.
a lesser or a similar value, if you will. So even if you're paying the same budgets here versus paying the same budgets in India, we
Right.
expect and we do normally get the similar a higher value of a return in terms of quality, in terms of range and reach and things like that, from which is done with a more qualified aggressive, because India is definitely a lot more competitive. So people
Right.
are more sharper and more in depth. But having said that, from my experience working with Indian agencies, because India is a 1 billion population, they
Right.
think they can throw an ad for 5,000 or $1,000 or something and get 2,000 leads, which didn't happen in our region because we're hardly 8 million in
Right.
population, right? So I think the agencies don't understand that until they waste some of our money and identify that, oh, it's not the same scale that you're running at. So India, with a small ad of $100, will still give you a lot of leads.
Right.
And then you have the thing about, but you're in the same amount of dollars, you don't get that many because obviously the mass is smaller, which is a very common sense logic, but people only waste our money and then
Yeah,
identify that.
that's basically a thing with lot of performance marketing companies, and that's where what Claus was trying to say, that if you're just managing one distribution channel, don't call yourself as an expert in marketing, or because you don't understand the dynamics, you don't understand the brand, the markets, how people perceive your brand. So they just run ads, so it is just applying a tool and calling yourself a marketer. So your experience of what you have just talked about sounds more like that, where people just say that, okay, we know how to run this tool, let us do your marketing. So that's the reason, my positioning for last 16 years says that we are a branding agency. We don't even go and tell our clients that, okay, we are a digital marketing agency, because we first go on to the in-depth understanding of what you need, right? And that's why our plans are never same. Like, to answer Anupama's concern also, when we say pricing, right? So it is, even if it is the pricing or the approach note or the engagement document, everything varies brand to brand, business to business, right? And that kind of personalization is required, and that's where our brand strategists or the marketers bring all the difference, right? So I agree to what you're saying, and of course we are 1 billion people, and that's how the competition is. The freelancers or the agencies. That's why I believe, Alifia, that was a very good question, and I should keep that in mind. That yeah, we are 16 years into business, so we have traveled through the waves of marketing and evolved right from the pre-digital marketing to the digital era. So yeah. Points taken and well noted. I will take care of those also. Yeah. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. And that's great and great insight. So for anyone else, if you have any comments or something to Jigyasa, one more thing I would just quickly say is branding for us also comes a lot with PR. And there's
Yeah.
a lot of publications and publicity in terms of newspapers and media and magazines and coverage online. And that's how
Right.
technically branding is done, at least in our region, that I understand better. But
Jigyasa, you're in which part of India?
Delhi
Delhi.
and Jaipur.
Okay, but you do virtually, you take over assignments anywhere in India
Yes,
also.
I am. Yes, anywhere in India, and in fact, we are, running a brand program with businesses based in Chicago and Florida also. To answer the time discipline kind of thing. But there, yes, of course, we have fixed schedules on calendar where weekly, check-ins or meetups are happening with those clients, and I often say this very proudly that my average client life cycle is 8 years plus. So, and that kind of thing we have been able to maintain because there are no flip flops around, this timing or anything. So, we do take care of that.
We'll connect, and then maybe I can connect you to some of my clients.
Sure, sure, Harihar. Thank you. Yeah.
Great. So, Jigyasa, since your first time, for two things, action points. One
Yeah.
is fill the link, your
Yes.
introduction, just a brief introduction. So, it will give you the coordinates of your email and your phone number, which will
Sure.
go to the rest of our platform. Second
Yeah.
is join our WhatsApp group because it's only for people that
Yeah.
attend our meeting. So,
Yeah.
if you don't join right now, you will not get the link
So
again
I am a
until you
part
come
of
back.
I'm a part of both the WhatsApp groups, cafe as well as the other group.
No, so the one that I've given here is the one where we will share your contact with the rest of the
Yeah,
community.
that form I am filling, and
Okay.
I believe there are two WhatsApp groups, right?
Uh, I don't know which is the second one. This is the discussion we started this meeting with Klaus. But
Okay,
just click on this link, which is sent right
I,
now.
I will fill
The
it.
Global Entrepreneur Network group. This is only for members that attend the online meeting. And
Okay,
after you attend this online meeting, we share the contact list of everyone who's attending
okay,
in the WhatsApp group. So
sure,
that is not shared in the other common groups.
sure. I
Okay.
will.
And what is happening in the chat, if you see Jigyasa, Hari, Jigyasa, Sumit, that means
Yeah,
Hari and Sumit have taken interest in your pitch and they
okay,
have asked you to reach out to them.
sure,
So out
understood.
of the 5, 6, 7 people that are attending, 2 people have specifically said, yes, I'm interested to work with you based
Okay,
on your pitch, or they have a lead or a reference for you. So
okay,
these 2 people have taken a interest in yours. So your responsibility is to reach out to them during the
okay,
week until you come back next Saturday. So every Saturday you will get 1 or 2 people who are interested specifically in what you said or what you asked. And
okay.
then you can connect with them during the week and then come back next Saturday. So that's how our platform works.
Perfect. Thanks,
And
Alicia.
all of their contacts you will also get in the WhatsApp group that you join. And also there will be a sheet that we send. Okay, so
Well
you'll get
noted.
that later.
Thank you.
So let's get, are you feeling complete? We can go to the next
Yes, yes,
business.
absolutely.
Let's have Suchinto now and then we have Harihar after. Suchinto, go ahead. You can introduce your business and then if there's any challenge that you're facing at the moment.
Good morning, everybody. After a long time, I'm here meeting with two beautiful people, and others are already they know me. My name is Suchinto Sinha. I'm from Delhi. I'm co-founder of Exotic Travelers Club International Private Limited. It's basically a company who sells the tour packages and the ticketing for domestic and international, also helping for the visas. And I'm based in Delhi, as I said, but working for Pan India and abroad also. My number I have given anybody is planning for any vacation or planning for ticketing can also call me, ask me. It's not necessary that you have to purchase from me. It cannot be done. Very clear. Anytime you can call me. The number is showing on the screen that 98103-18699. I'm based in Delhi. So I will just rectify my number by putting the uh, country code +91 later on. So I tried it, but I found it difficult. Difficult in say it's not, I'm not getting through anyway. And yeah, now the New Year's and Christmas is coming, so many people are going here and there. So if you are planning for the New Year's or Christmas or New Year's, so you can contact me. Apart from that, I'll be coming with my two new tours. One is with Azerbaijan, those who are staying in India, and another one will be with the cherry blossom. Of course, cherry blossom will come in the March. Azerbaijan, I will do that later on. Thank you very much.
Any
I'm
challenges?
looking forward to connect with everybody.
Any challenges?
Well,
or...
my challenge is that marketing time. Basically, I will not say it's a challenge. It's a little bit of my, let me say in this way that family challenges there, and business has definitely it has affected my business, so that I cannot able to come every day, week. So I'm planning to come now. I have overcome, so I'll come every week. So if I find, definitely I will discuss.
Looking forward.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
So you said you're getting tours for Azerbaijan and cherry blossom. Where is cherry blossom?
Cherry
Am I
blossom
missing?
for Japan. That is for Japan.
Oh, in Japan.
Uh,
Everyone knew.
it will be in the
Only
it will be in the March end. It will start from March end to mid of April. It goes like that, and from Delhi to Delhi, Tokyo, or Osaka back to Delhi, something like that. We have already.
Very nice. Interesting. Great. So welcome back to Jen, Suchinto.
Thank you.
So anyone, any inputs for Suchinto, or any sharing, or any leads or references for anyone?
I'd like to connect with Jigasa, although Harrier sir also after a long time. Those who are in India, and I don't know Sumit ji is in an event management, they say, but he is not in the meeting, or what is that? I don't know.
But I'm.
Okay, we're not. The video is not on. So. Okay,
Yes.
Sumit.
Yeah, and he's there. He started the meeting, so you joined a little late, right? We started with Sumit,
Yes.
actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sumit ji,
I'll
you're
let him
based,
do
where
a
are you
quick
based?
intro
In
in the
Delhi?
end again.
Yeah, Delhi, East of Kailash.
Yeah, you are in East of Kailash. Acha, you are in East of Kailash. Okay, okay. I think we met once, no?
Yes, we met once.
We met once, yes. Yes. संत नगर में हो ना आपके?
हाँ जी सर.
हाँ, ठीक है.
जी सर.
Okay.
मिलते सर.
So guys,
Fantastic.
travel is a very important thing. I think most people travel and should travel at least. And at least in Middle East and Dubai, we're always looking for places because you get a forceful 30-day holiday in a year, paid. And if you don't use it, it's just wasted. And you just like work it all and you just don't. Some people are always looking for visas and travel plans and ready-made itineraries because they're so busy and you don't have time to plan. Though nowadays ChatGPT does the part for a lot of travel itineraries, but it's always required. So guys, if any travel plans, always reach out to Suchinto. He's extremely prompt and very fast. And very honest, I
Thank you.
feel. I mean, I worked with him before and he's very, very honest. Like, he'll be like, no, you'll get this better online. I can't do anything about it. And that kind of a thing. So you don't waste time, right? Like, so it's amazing that I liked working with him before. Anupama, go ahead.
Thank
It's
you.
your comments.
Suchinto, the first lead from my side. Yeah.
Yeah,
March,
yeah.
Japan.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll connect
Okay.
you with my daughter because she is the person who's going to plan the itinerary for me.
Okay,
And
ma'am. Okay,
it's just
thank you.
not it's just not me and my daughter, but the entire 4C office is planning for Japan.
Okay.
And they've been planning
Okay.
since last year, right? You missed it
Yeah,
last
we
year, and you're
yeah
going
we had
back next
to.
year.
No, we had planned it, we had booked it, but we had to cancel because of my mom's health.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then everybody decided not to go,
Hmm.
and it kind of got rolled over to 2026.
Lucky Sachin
Okay.
Tulsi, you're just
Great.
back in time.
Let's say, keep my finger crossed. Thank you, Anupama ji. I have noted.
We're also planning a girls' trip, but I'm not sure if we can go to Japan. I was proposed it today.
Okay.
It depends on the visa for Indians. I'm not sure.
Sorry, what you
Anyway,
said?
depends on the visa for Japan. I don't know how tough or easy it is.
No, it's very
No,
easy,
this is
Alicia.
very easy.
Very
Online?
easy.
Very easy.
Yeah, and we were planning Japan because of the expo, but unfortunately things
Oh.
didn't go the right way. And then after expo, we said, okay, let's do it in 2026, not now, because expo ended, I think, October 1st or second week.
So Sachin, do share itinerary for Chennai.
Sorry, can you repeat? Can you repeat, please?
Share your itinerary in our WhatsApp group or
Yes, I'll
chat
do
group or
that.
whatever.
I'll do that. I'll
There's
do that.
probably interest and momentum.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, let's come to our final attendee, Harihar. Go ahead with your
Yeah.
business introduction and if there's any challenge or brainstorm that you want to do with our attendees.
Yeah. So, hi friends. So good morning to each
Good
one of
morning.
you. My name is K. Harihar Sharma. I'm the founder of Sales Sutra, a recent venture which I have started with my own. After 35 years, especially the sales leadership segment, I observed one recurring challenge across all micro, medium, and small entrepreneur-led businesses, where sales depends completely on the business owner, which is not system-driven. So when I see that the business owner himself traveling somewhere, his sales slow down, follow-ups mostly vanish, and growth becomes unpredictable. Although they have sales, but they can't tell that month on month my sales is fixed, that I will be growing this manner. And Sales Sutra, that's where I created exactly to fix this. We partner with basically all these kind of businesses, which are micro, small, and medium businesses. We help them build structured sales process driven sales systems that clearly defines their roles and responsibilities, ensure consistent follow-ups, and create a trained, accountable sales team, and generate predictable monthly revenues without the business owner's constant involvement. We work as your growth partners and not just consultants. So we audit the entire SOPs, build teams, and guide them to get results to stabilize. Today, I'm looking for connecting with such owners who are aiming to get predictable business and scalable business. My great connects who could be a great referral are HR consultants and CA firms, because they directly connect with the founders of such companies and they know that sales is one vertical of that company which is not doing great. And those business advisors who also are looking for their clients to help them grow. In return, what I offer the entire team here is an free complimentary sales audit with templates and team training tools which you can use for the rest of your life. I am K. Hariyar Sharma from Sales Sutra. We turn owner-driven business into system-driven sales. So that's about me and my take or my challenge. I would not say challenge. My thing is that I've been connected here in this platform, wonderful platform. I do get a lot of requests from people for a one-on-one. Most of the times, people who then put there, they don't turn up at that time. Although I have it in my CRM, so I have it on my dashboard. I am very clear about every lead, every person who connects to me, that I need to connect to them. But most of the people who put here, then they don't turn up. So that's the first part of it, number one. Number two is, when they come to meet me, many times I find that, I often send them a sheet before they meet me, so that I know exactly the client discovery sheet, that I know his business even before they meet me. And during that 1 hour meeting, I try to add as much as value that I could offer to them, so that it gives them, they go back with a structured thing, that when they get back, that I can add some value in their business or vertical. So my take here, or my challenge is that I request each member who wants to connect with me to please fill up my discovery sheet and then come on a one-on-one, so that I can make that 1 hour session much more productive, and there will be much more that I can give you in return. I would love that each one of you take something from me and get back, and then we'll have a wonderful community where I would be the first one to give before I ask. Thank you.
Great, awesome. Sachin, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Once again, I was the person who was introduced. I was introduced by Harrier sir, and I really saved the first time when I made Zoom meeting. Exactly what he said that way I made. I mean, I didn't have this kind of thing in my mind, but after meeting that, I try to do it as much as possible from my end. Thank you, Harrier sir, for your training. Let's connect once again also. Thank you.
Fantastic. So guys, Harrier has been on our platform for a long time, right? Okay, literally from the starting times that we started. And then he took a little break and he's back. It's good. Hopefully he'll be continuously coming regularly. But definitely, I think sales is one of the biggest challenges. And most people, the engine of a fuel, and it's a fuel of a business, right? Like, and sales, and it should definitely, what he rightly said, it's always dependent on the owner, and it's ad hoc selling when I have time basis. If I'm not doing anything else, time basis. And if you're free, then you do sales like that. It cannot work like that. It has to be an automated cycle.
Yeah,
And there
that's
has to
where
be a
I just thought
dedicated.
of one more thing is that because first I used to do in person consulting, a lot of it. And then when I thought that consulting doesn't work, so what I wanted to bring it into build, operate, transfer. So we build the entire thing, we operate it on your behalf, and then we transfer it to you. So BOT model, which I created, and I brought it under virtual platform. So which means that I don't have to be in person, virtually anywhere I can get things automated for anyone without being there in person. And that's the magic. So this literally brings my business then scalable anywhere. And that's
So
how I
guys,
can
let's
help anyone
reference
anywhere.
SME businesses to him, because that's where the biggest challenges usually are. They don't have a structured team, they don't have a structured model, and a CRM driven automation. And he's experienced for many, many years. So definitely lots to get from Harihar. So if he's offering a 1 hour, definitely let's give him, again, it not be for us. You're for your own business. Maybe you guys are already doing over excess sales and you can't handle any more sales for your own business. But maybe there's your neighbor or your friend whose business is suffering and they could get some better help. So need not be just for your businesses. Anyone in your phone book could be a contact or a reference that you can give to Harihar. Okay. Harihar, are you okay if we move to the next? Good. Okay, great. Anupama, why don't you go next? I didn't forget you.
Thank you, Alifia. Thank you very much. Okay, after listening to Klaus, I really don't want to say that I am an expert marketeer. But yeah, that's my bread and butter. I run a marketing communications agency here in Dubai, and we proudly say we act as your offsite marketing department. For a lot of clients who do not have an in-house marketing department, or their entire marketing is handled by just one person, we bring to the table the entire sequence of marketing, right from strategy, planning, execution, monitoring, and getting you the right results. We are more result driven, we are more performance driven, if I have to say that. But yeah, that's what we do. We are based out of Dubai, but we kind of cater to the entire global community of business owners who do not have in-house marketing departments. But apart from this, I have multiple businesses as well. And one thing that I would want to share, I'll share that in the group actually, is what I do. Because every time I meet somebody or the other, because in Gen, I usually put forth that I'm a marketeer and I run a marketing communications agency. But there are other things that I do as well. And when they come into the play, they say, oh, we never knew that. So wearing too many hats also sometimes is a challenge. because you don't know what kind of image or what kind of pitch you need to put forward and who can be or would be your potential client. So, this is in a nutshell about me, and I would like to hear from the room as to how to tackle this problem of wearing multiple hats. Because I have a training facilitation agency, I have a personal branding agency, I have a business services agency. So, all these things together, Anupama just can't be the face and the brand behind it. So, any insights, any advice, any opinion is welcome. Over to you, Alifia.
I would like
Yeah,
to
go ahead,
give
Harihan.
my inputs. First is that Anupama, you're like the person who's juggling many hats at one time. Okay. So people often perceive you as a brand by seeing you at different tiers of the market, okay, segment. So if you could focus on one element, so there's a basic Pareto principle, 80 percentage of your business comes from 20 percentage of your clients, they say. And same way, if you see your entire offerings, there'll be one thing that gets you the biggest thing on your table. So focus on that and bring that as your key brand. And in that, in line to that would be all others falling. If I have to say in a nutshell, you're in the first part of the engine. If you see business functions, there are 7 functions in a business, and marketing is the first engine of a business, followed by sales, then finance, HR, operations, legal, and so on. So you're on the first part of the engine, which is marketing. So just focus on that, and then the rest of it will fall in place. While I have understood your business in depth, just focus yourself into only sales and marketing as one key element, and the rest will fall in place. And people will come to you. Just focus and brand yourself as that one. Thank you. These are my inputs.
Does anyone else want to put in a point? So what her to
Yes,
summarize what
Klaus.
she's saying is she has
Um,
multiple businesses and multiple elements that she does. So how can she converge? So go ahead, Klaus.
just on a side note, I simply cannot raise hand in my Zoom interface.
Oh.
And it may be that this is a matter of the meeting setup. So I use my human hand. Now, what I want to say towards the question that Anupama has raised, I have 3 distinct different service domains, whereby I cover management consulting as one, although that is already multiple different ones. I simplify there to be able to get into a discussion and during the discussion to explore the finer details. But then there's things like female-centered entrepreneurship programs that run 6 to 12 months. And that's not the same market. It's a totally different set of people. And then on the other hand, I'm doing academic programs, which again is a totally different segment. And I would not consider that talking about the work that I do with universities would be appropriate to enter here into the Gen discussion, because there's a strong commercial orientation. And at this very moment, I know the scope of Gen is to go global. But at this very moment, allow me to say it's very, very heavily Indian oriented. And a lot of people on the calls don't even know that some of the language they use does not exist outside India. And nothing wrong about it. It's normal human behavior. So there are certain audiences, and audiences, let's say, I would call it a channel. Certain things I very clearly differentiate. Where do I talk about what? So that I have kind of 3 different entities out there in the market, but also these entities are related to different market segments. That's what I can share, and maybe it is of any use for you.
Thank you, Klaus. But my biggest challenge is, of course, the undifferentiation part of it, because my market segment is the same for all the 4 5 entities that I have. So that becomes a tad bit difficult to brand myself as just as a marketeer. And if I say something other than that, then it becomes a confusion for my client.
Do you have different brand names?
Unfortunately, not very different, but kind of a little bit similar, because it's like 4C integrated communicators, 4C trainings, 4C business services, and 4C
Okay.
Infinite.
Maybe we have a separate talk about that.
Yeah, sure.
I think on the overall the big picture, like similar to what even Harihar said, is I think talk more about the outcome and the result that you're bringing to the same customer profile with your multiple platforms. So what's the result and the final outcome? So it's never about I do this services, or it's not about fab anymore, right? Like it's not about features, advantages, and benefits. It's about the result and the outcome that that customer would get. And even if it's the same customer for multiple domains, you have just multiple uh, provisions to achieve that same outcome. That so your big picture is the outcome. So you brand yourself as someone who's bringing a result to that same customer profile.
Yeah,
One
but
could do it from trainings, one could do it from branding, one could do it from marketing, one could do it from, but eventually your main positioning could be that one common big picture outcome, that if anyone engages with you, this is what he will see himself after 1 year of engagement, or after what's the transformation that that customer gets in terms of a result. And the result and outcome usually is always two domains, right? One is logic and one is emotional. 98% of the decisions are made on emotions. So logically, it's like, okay, you get 30%, 50%, 10%, blah, blah, whatever. But that's normally only 2% this thing. But the emotional outcome and the emotional result will be you get peace of mind, you get more time, you get growth with less stress, or more family time, or more holidays, or whatever. So eventually, what's the emotional outcome that that guest or that customer would get by engaging with you? And how you do it is just the tools. So the result and the outcome is a similar, but your tools could be a training or a branding or a social media or a whatever, whatever. So these are all your tools to bring that same outcome, and that's your positioning.
that's what even I felt. In addition to what she says, is customer is looking for what is in it for me rather than what you're giving. He sees it from his view that what is in it for me, number one. Number two is she can always have a cross sell upsell in her basic product. So that's what sales is all about. So the same client could give you 10x growth by just cross selling, upselling any of your verticals that you have integrated into your integrated solutions that you give. And customers today don't need just someone who will give them knowledge, someone who can implement and transform their business. So people today are looking for transformation by implementation. And if you bring that to the table and your team brings that to the table, that's what the customer looks out for. He looks out for transformation in his business, which is the end result that he sees, not what he's taking from you. I hope I've been able to tell what Alifia said. Yes.
And Klaus, go ahead. You
I
raised your
don't.
hand. It worked.
Yes, I did. Thank you. Now, that's interesting that I didn't do anything to make that happen. But anyway, I think I relate to what Harihar just said. A lot of promotion, and Anupama, I don't know if that is actually the case for you. So my apology if that doesn't apply. Often messages are what somebody offers. And what is actually relevant from a customer or potential customer point of view is what need they feel. And the needs-based promotions are in a way tricky, as some people are very well aware of their current state. When I hear Harihar talk about customers want transformation through implementation, then I would say That's a very vague statement, and it may be very accurate for some. While I, let's say, work with customers, they have not the slightest idea that they need transformation. They just want to fix an issue. And by assessing the situation they're in, different things come up. That's not the subject. Promoting the value which meets customer needs. And to put that into categories, into segments, is what I would call the fine art. When you have 4cc training and 4cc marketing services and 4cc business services, then I would say somebody who would be a customer for the business services segment has very different needs than somebody who is looking for training. So the need-based orientation should be very clear in how you communicate. If I'm looking for training, I have no interest in business services. I wouldn't even see business services. I hope that gives some idea about how my thinking is. And otherwise, Anupama, we may be having a call in a few days.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for those inputs.
Thanks, Klaus and Harihar and everyone else for the inputs. We're almost like 3 minutes to go to close this meeting. I'll quickly say what I do. Hi, I'm Alicia. I run a company called Rooftop Sales. We help businesses sell more, get more clients, get more customers for their business. At this stage, we're also doing a lot of work in Dubai. We're helping companies list themselves as IPO and SMEs going into IPOs into Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Saudi Arabian listing. So that's what we're doing. So if there's any SME companies that want to go big and not beg for money, but own it and buy more companies with the proceeds that they can get by getting a potential listing, that's the kind of game that we're playing. So if anyone want to scale and grow, that's what we're doing. But with that, we're coming almost to the 2 minutes to go. Ratan, Mudit, Sivaram, you've come in a bit late, so we won't maybe have time for introductions. But Sivaram, are you around? Are you there? Shivaram?
Yes, I am here. Just would like to introduce myself as a project controls professional with about 30 years of experience, starting on my own with respect to, say, artificial intelligence tools, then training and development, and a few more verticals. I'm having a marketing MBA, and then I did engineering and work for well-established EPC companies like Petrofac, Bechtel, and Toyo.
Are you based in Dubai or are you in India? Where did you get our reference?
I'm stationed in Dubai, and then would be willing to explore collaborations with anybody in the business of, say, marketing or, say, financial products or products from anywhere, so that we'll develop the respective channels, marketing, and other things. So apart from that, probably anybody interested to take assistance from my experience, I'm open to it. Like, say, for example, for the marketing aspects, which Annapurna discussed, maybe we have to have a passion for the product lines which we are dealing with, and then maybe networking with the right kind of people to scale up. So even exposures with a network marketing tools like, say, LinkedIn or Substack or Medium, I would say definitely will help the business. And face-to-face discussions with, say, few parties or mass marketing with the entire market segments might help. So if in case anybody is interested, we can discuss and we can collaborate. Thank you.
Fantastic. So Shivaram, how it operates is we have a link that we have shared. That's an introduction link. So it's important that you fill your profile and your ask in that link so everyone can get your contact when we share it in the WhatsApp group. Second thing important is to join our WhatsApp group. So there is a link which was sent earlier. I can send it again. So it's important that you join the WhatsApp group and fill the introduction link. So that's how everyone will get your coordinates. And we will share the contact list of everyone in the WhatsApp group once you join.
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw the link, but I could not fill it up. I will check with you later, and maybe I'll fill it up. Is it okay? Or
Okay.
I have got introduced to this network through my friend, so I will talk to him and then.
Which friend?
Uh, so he's Gaurav.
Gaurav. Okay, lovely. So Gaurav is one of our founders as well. So he is very engaged. So it's important that you fill your link so that we get you, and make sure you're in a WhatsApp group, because all the communication happens in that WhatsApp group. We meet every Saturday morning. This is for everyone. I'm concluding the meeting today. So we meet every Saturday morning from 8 to 9:30. So
Yeah,
it's
I missed.
important that we join in at 8 o'clock. It's
Yeah,
online
yeah,
every Saturday.
exactly. I missed to join Alifia. Sorry, I was late.
Yeah, no
Oh,
sweat. Just put a calendar, let it be recording every Saturday. Put a timer, whatever you need to do. It's the same link every Saturday. So once you're in the WhatsApp group, we do have reminders, but put this in your schedule, make it an autopilot, and see us every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock Dubai time and to 9:30. So that's how we operate. Usually the platform is about sharing contacts, leads, and connections, but it's important to come in on time. And
yeah,
that's
sure.
how it becomes most fruitful and most valuable for everyone.
Yeah, missed it today. Sorry about it. Next time, I'll make sure. Thank you. Thanks to all the
Okay,
team.
brilliant. Okay, so Ratan and Mudit, I already have you in the list. I will share your contacts anyway. For Suchinto, have you put your details in the link? We're still struggling on the Google.
Sorry, can you repeat? Sorry, should I have to put it
The
my details
introduction
in the
link,
Google?
you need to put your details on the link. So
Okay, could
everyone will
you?
get your phone numbers, contacts, and all that.
Yes, absolutely. We changed to do earlier. So Gaurav has given me, I believe that Gaurav has given me the link. Else, can you
No, it's
please,
in the
may I
chat.
request you to
It's in the chat of
sorry,
this meeting. It's in the chat.
chat on this meeting? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put
Just
it.
click on that
I'll put it.
and fill your introduction. Okay.
Okay.
Important to
Yes,
put
yes,
your
yes.
country codes, everyone. And with that, I
Mhm.
want to officially call our meeting to a close. And thank you all for sharing. Hope we had a good challenge discussion in everyone's business, and hope we all have had some takeaways and some clarity in terms of what we're doing, and close the year on a high note. If anyone wants to get into breakout rooms, we can arrange. And